Ciao amici del canale Gameperfarol, eccoci qui con un titolo che trovate sul Game Pass, Return to Grace. Allora, l'ho provicchiato, intanto mettiamo nuova partita, allora, start game, opzioni, tutto in inglese, sto giocando in cloud, ora penso che magari installandolo vada anche in italiano, ogni tanto succede. Andiamo a fare una nuova partita. Mi raccomando, like, iscrivetevi. È un indie, come vedete qua, però molto molto carino.
Stick's not responding.
Quindi ambientato
Can
nel
you take
futuro.
control?
The storm is interfering with my senses.
Hold on.
Impact in 10, 9, oh, there it is.
Siccome ho visto che è carino,
Addie,
perché no? Un bel video.
Addie, please respond.
Everything hurts.
You've been out for nearly an hour.
What's our status, Alan?
We've crashed.
Yeah, I got that.
My hull is intact. Thrusters 2 and 4 are damaged and will require realignment.
Stanno arrivando i danni della astronave.
Can you let me out?
Not before we talk about your suit.
Okay, talk.
I'm reading green on seals, green on batteries. Thermals are, well, not green, but fine, and you have 5.35 hours of oxygen, maybe 6 if we run the scrubbers hot. But Addie, we've had this discussion before. You won't have enough
Alan,
to...
It's fine. I have a plan.
I'm concerned that...
I have a plan.
Understood.
Now, open the hatch.
The canopy hydraulics are not responding. You'll have to pull the manual release.
Ok, allora grab la manopola e tirarla verso di noi. Là.
Seriously. This stupid piece of junk.
I'm right here.
Graficamente anche è molto buono. Se pensate che sono in cloud è veramente buono, molto molto buono.
Visibility's terrible. Any sign of the spire?
I'm not picking up anything new, just the original beacon signal. You'll need to use your wayfinder to locate an entry point, if there is one.
In poche parole noi dobbiamo andare lì dove c'è
Figure out where
quella...
you're at, Grace.
You know the beacon could be anything. A lost colony, a relay station.
200 distinct oral histories can't be wrong, Alan. Grace is here.
C'è anche l'audio, veramente tosto, bello.
Can't believe this storm. Where would this have come from?
There is record of ancient terraforming on other moons. I think it's safe to assume that Ganymede is not an exception.
Ok, qua. Diciamo che ha la Silent Hill 2 la serie, no, madonna. Però... Adesso qui...
There's something man-made here.
Cos'è?
It's like a weather station, or maybe a seismic station? It looks the era of that relay from the Dawes Sea dig. It's at least 700 years old, Alan.
Una palla. Non l'ho visto prima.
There's a little bridge here. There wouldn't be much sense of building this if we weren't within walking distance of the spire.
By all estimates, the beacon is within 400 meters.
This looks climbable.
Oppa. Non l'ho capita di come fa a saltare sul muro così.
Which way here? Oh no! Yep, there goes the back again.
What happened?
Fell into a stupid fissure. Looking for a new way to reach the spire. Or at least someplace where it will be easier to find my body.
Non si può correre, questo. La visuale del casco interno così mi ricorda un altro gioco. Accendiamo la luce qua. Ah no, non c'è luce. Deliver on the Moon, non mi ricordo, mi sembra quel titolo lì, sì.
Looks a little tight.
La visuale così.
It's opened up again.
Siamo di nuovo dove eravamo prima.
Another station. They're too
Un'altra.
close together to be weather stations.
Un'altra stazione.
So seismic then. Icequakes would be the risk of building here. So it makes sense they would track activity. The surface temperature is dropping. We can't maintain your thermals much
l'obiettivo.
longer.
Close. I can feel it.
I wish I shared your optimism.
Boh. Dovrei arrampicarmi, far bene. Senti che audio.
This has to be it.
What are you seeing, Addie?
I'm looking at what must be the Spire superstructure.
Il segnale viene da lì.
I can't imagine how something this big
Ecco, io ho
has gone
provato fino qua,
undetected
quindi
for
non
this
so
long.
niente.
A 500-year-old storm?
I don't know. Doesn't seem possible.
Ecco.
I can see an exhaust port that.
Dai, mezza merda.
Did you make it, Addie?
I'll let you know in 1 sec.
Sono secco.
I'm in. All right, Grace.
Wow, che bello.
Let's find out what you've been up to for the
1080,
past
però
900 years.
anche le ombre, va, che roba. Molto molto curato. Bello. Vediamo qua dove si va. Ho la luce io. Oh. Vedo niente.
Hope my light still works.
Ah, ecco che non si vede niente qua.
You should see this spooky tunnel I'm in, Alan.
And why would I want that?
Come on, you're not excited?
You crash-landed me in a frozen hellscape and left me for salvage.
10 years of research, not to mention 6 months of spaceflight, are about to pay off.
Scivola.
But at what cost?
Don't ruin this for me.
Hop.
Looks like the tunnels can be air sealed. I'm guessing large parts of the station can be pressurized.
Qua
Looks
girano.
like a bit of a labyrinth, but I'm still picking up the
Labirinto.
signal ahead.
And you can still hear me?
Loud and clear, buddy. The structure looks to be in decent condition.
Another good sign.
Everything about this place looks 30th century to me. It's the right era, the right size.
Don't say it, Addie. We've had our hopes dashed before.
Ok. Qua è chiuso. Qua cosa c'è perché?
These can't be powered. Must be airflow in the tunnels. I have to say, there's more atmosphere than I was
Ventroni
expecting.
ovunque.
Not nearly enough to survive.
Di scuro a sinistra, no? Ah, guarda qua.
This one's broken. I think I can crawl through.
E vai broken. Dentro.
Jeez. That's gotta be over 15 meters.
And if gravity here is 1/6 of that,
Math, math, math. It's probably
Sure.
fine.
I could calculate outcome probabilities based on
Yeah,
previous
what
strong
do you-
impacts.
okay.
If you've already jumped, haven't you?
Gosh, I hope this is the right way.
Ah, si può scendere ancora, cacchio, c'era qualcos'altro forse. Scivola? Si fa scivolare.
Oh boy, this is slick.
Ah, ok.
Oh no. Woohoo!
strani.
Whoa.
Are you hurt, Addie?
I'm working on it. The structure is enormous. This has to be
Okay,
the Grace
sorry,
Spire, Alan.
And there it is. The perfect setup for disappointment.
I found the beacon.
Cos'è?
The transmitter is on some sort of console.
La console.
It must be part of a control network for the megastructure.
You think we can make a connection here?
Theoretically, if you run a scan, I can attempt to connect.
Cosa devo fare? Ah, così.
The interface language is quite old and sophisticated, but we should be able to calibrate your computer to interact. You can use your gyroscope to sync with the terminal. I have the first calibration position. The meter will indicate when you are close.
Devo fare. Ah,
First position is locked. Second
ok,
calibration
secondo
position is up.
calibration. Dai,
Watch the meter closely and move your hand slowly to find the position.
come cavolo? No, qua no. Ole,
That's two, and here's the final position.
sì.
That's it. We're in.
Ole,
Accessing the network now. Oh,
che razza di... Ci chiude le porte.
Shit. Alan, you there? Alan?
Hello.
Ha!
A visitor. Let's have a look.
Where's Alan? Who is this?
Who is this? Who are you?
Chi sei tu?
Entering a home without knowing its host.
Are you... Grace?
Good question. I'm not entirely Grace. I'm running on just a small part of her logic processing.
Grace is still here.
And what brings you here?
My name is Adamari Ito. I'm an explorer.
Che è il suo
I
nome?
must apologize, Adamari. It would appear I have lost much of my capacity. I cannot see very far beyond the room we are in.
I've lost connection with my ship's AI.
You won't need Alan here. I can show you around.
Will you be able to let me out of this room?
Of course. But until we are able to restore power to the station, I will require your assistance. There should be a manual winch set in the floor at the foot of one of the sliding doors.
Scappa dalla stanza.
Look for a hinged floor grate.
This must be it.
Working the winch will open the door.
E che cavolo?
Do you know where Grace has been all this time?
Grace went
Ah,
somewhere?
bisogna caricare qua.
She's been gone for hundreds of years.
I am running on a very old server. My memories predate the completion of the Grace Spire.
Grace ushered in humanity's
Mancina.
golden age. Peace across the system, booming interplanetary trade, scientific marvels, colonies beyond the orbit of Neptune. And then she was gone, and it all fell apart.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Well, you're a lot more than an archaeologist usually gets.
Là.
The first step to restoring Grace is to bring the Spire's power station back online.
Let's do it.
I'll light the way.
Oh, Maremma.
What do I do here?
This is a security panel. I am decrypting the pattern now. Ah, yes. Simple enough. You'll need to light up 9 buttons, forming a square at the center of the panel.
Okay. The 9 buttons in the center.
Ah,
That is what I
ho
said.
capito.
If you're not Grace, then what do I call you?
Ma
I
cosa-
don't believe there are any identification strings in my base logic that would
Nove
suffice.
centrali.
Call you Logic then. For now. Until we have a better idea of who you are.
Voglio spegnere tutti gli
And,
altri.
you can call me Addie.
I will refer to you as Addie, then, until we have a better idea of who you are.
Nove centrali, sì. L'ha detto inizialmente. Bene, bene.
So what exactly are you?
The station's emergency server had defaulted to Grace's original logic processing. That's me, as you've suggested. The server can also run a program dedicated to the control of infrastructure, and a third system dedicated solely to empathizing with and understanding humans. When power is restored, Grace's primary servers should come online, and we will become some small part of Grace's consciousness.
Adesso?
This looks like metallic rock.
Colpi giù.
The power station is set into the spire's foundation stone.
The foundation stone would have been an asteroid, right?
Most certainly. About 50 cubic kilometers, from what I can recall.
50
Amazing.
chilometri
Most
giù.
accounts of Grace's origins talk about an asteroid being pulled from the heavens. Makes sense. There wouldn't be any construction resources on Ganymede and nothing to anchor the
Bon.
structure. I can't imagine the effort it would have taken to redirect an asteroid that big. We don't do anything like that today.
Cos'è?
Can you open this?
With some difficulty. I will need to direct power from logic to control processing. And I will not function at the same cognitive level until full power is restored.
What do you mean, at the same level?
Good luck, Addie.
Buona fortuna. Ah, si è aperta. L'ha aperta lei.
You still there?
Where would I have gone?
Che è
You
questo?
sound a little different.
Un altro?
Just stronger. The voice of control resonates through the very walls of the structure. I shall start the turbine after you prime the generators that open the spillway.
And this turbine still works?
It worked before, and it will work again. You shall find the generators on the platform at the other side of the room.
Generator.
Alrighty.
Trova il generatore. Qua. Oh, andiamo, andiamo.
What's the crane for?
Go to the 3 generators overlooking the turbine.
Può salire? Crane. Cavolo, oh. Boh, qua non si può. Qui?
You must prime the generators first.
Makes sense.
E non va niente, se non c'è il generatore acceso, ah? Dice. Ex-
These look like holding tanks. How exactly do these turbines work?
Enough, Addie. You must go to the generators.
Qua? Generators, no? Qua?
What happened here? Someone ripped this apart.
For the last time, go to the generators.
Oh là, ha questo generatore qua.
So, why do you need me to start these?
Tradition.
Anche qua.
A time-honored failsafe of including human hands in the operation of this station.
2.
So,
Tre.
do you share memories with the logic processor?
Indeed,
Qua.
we are all part of Grace. Aspects of her infinite power. Shadows of what was, and promises of what will be. I was the light that shone in the darkness. I was the hand that divided the firmament.
3. Si è acceso sto generatore, ora.
The turbine has failed us.
Bene.
That's not good.
I must call upon you to cast out the wicked instrument,
The what?
the broken turbine. You must go to it now.
Alright.
Riparare le turbine. Sì, dopo. Qua ho visto un buco, no? Vediamo se si può. Tutti i fili qua. No. Ripariamo. Perché non corre però? Ah, qua va ancora. Qua adesso va. Entriamo. Forse mi fa scendere le
Going
turbine.
down. I'm safe to be down here, right?
You shall not be harmed. You must uncouple the safety latches.
That sounds unsafe.
It is not.
Tira. Ah, ce ne sono altri. Sì. Tira.
You must now go to the magnetic crane.
E adesso? Quello? È già a posto. Questo è a posto. Cosa mi ha detto? Boh, torniamo su. Non ho capito bene.
You're sure I'll be able to fix this?
If you trust in my word, yes.
Ah, ok. Qua cos'è?
You know what's in these?
You must go to the crane.
Aspetta. Ah, vedi? Che adesso posso salire. Oh, lì.
You must first cast out the old
Cosa
turbine.
devo fare questo? Qua? Sì.
Now cast aside the wretched unit.
Ok, mettiamola lì, prendiamo qua nuova. Anche comodo. Là, mettiamola qui.
Now you shall place the new turbine.
New turbine, eccolo qua. E per dove cavolo va a prenderla? Oh. Aiuto. Ok. Buoni. Turbina ripalata.
Everett?
Hello?
Everett, is that you?
Grace?
Everett.
Scendi a sto attrezzo qua.
Behold my power.
What's happened?
I am reborn. Humanity will once again flourish in the brightness of my
Che devo
glory.
fare adesso?
This isn't right. Our processing has not combined. Grace has not been restored.
I think she was here for a moment. She was calling to someone. Do you know who Everett is?
No. With power restored, my mind is clearer, sharper. But I could not tell you who Everett is.
You must leave this place at once. Return to your vessel and spread word of my return. From Sol's fiery core to the icy Kuiper expanse, all must know.
I've hijacked the volume control. I don't feel like this is going to be a short commandment. We'll see how long before he notices.
It took me nearly a year to get here. I want to know if Grace can be brought back.
There is more complex to explore if you head back to the control room through which you entered. We should determine where in the megastructure my central processors are located. Perhaps along the way you may learn more about this Everett.
I forbid you to linger a moment longer.
And he's back.
Like a divine comet, dive from the outer reaches and spread light and understanding to the inner
Please.
worlds.
I'm not leaving.
Yet more insolence.
Do you know what these are?
I have no record. They are likely parts to support the workings of this station.
Guarda. Vediamo se salire. Piano piano qua. Volevamo salire?
So, are there any accounts as to why Grace was shut down in the first place?
There's no electronic record at all. That would have been lost during the Great Dark Age.
Dark Age?
Much of humanity's record-keeping would have been managed by Grace. So, when she went down 900 years ago, so did the ability to record what happened. The research that led me here was based on oral histories mostly, and some artifacts we uncovered on Earth and Mars. Relay devices that were once connected to Grace's network.
Then we share an interest in shedding light on this Dark Age. From what I can tell, there is some sort of transit system on the other side of the control room, which should lead you to the other parts of the spire. I will illuminate the door leading to this transit system.
Eh? Ah, sono aperti anche altri. Andiamo qua, è chiuso. Andiamo. Ma non corre, cacchio, se corre almeno. No. Lì c'è un pannello.
Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Alright, what's the pattern?
Uguale?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter Tau.
Who would know that?
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist?
Dobbiamo farlo uguale.
How about the Greek letter Chi?
Proviamo. No, non è uguale. Che come si fa?
The Roman numeral 10?
Okay,
Oh.
okay.
Che si ricorda la stanza?
Please tell me you know your Roman numerals. How about a big fat X? You know that one? Perhaps it's the symbol you use to sign documents.
Just give me a sec.
Fare la X. Aspetta. Però vediamo se possiamo fare la X in metà o grande. No, così no. Dobbiamo farla. Ah sì, una X. Grande.
Got it.
Bene.
This is not the way to
Mamma
your
mia.
ship.
Dai.
Do you believe Grace could have done something to cause humans to turn on
Non è che
her?
te lo consiglia
Like
anche.
what?
Like becoming too overbearing?
Humans would have been given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories, yes.
Vediamo cosa si salva.
This
anche
must be
perché-
the main entrance. I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors.
That's correct, Addy. Though the pad appears to be buried under meters of ice.
What are these for?
They appear to be terminals for processing visitors to the spire. But they no longer store any useful information.
Ah. Sportelli. Qua non c'è niente. Ok, egiziani.
This looks Olympian or Neo-Egyptian. The triangle must represent the spire. Beautiful, don't you think?
Does it matter if it's beautiful?
That's another way to see it, sure. Is this an airlock?
Yes. The spire beyond this point can be pressurized. I assume your suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so. But for reasons I'll never understand, Life support is controlled by empathy processing. I suppose they had to give it something to do. I will enable that programming now.
Hello, Addie.
Hello. So you're going to get
Un'altra
oxygen
ancora.
going?
The process has already begun, my friend.
E
No
quanti
rush.
sono?
If you let me accompany you along the path ahead, I can balance the environment to your life force as we walk.
Oh, here we go.
Bene, qua si salva. Cavolo siamo.
Wow. How are these plants still intact?
Bene,
They must have been subject to a very sudden drop in temperature while still alive.
What is this place?
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's
siamo
well-being.
chiacchiere e poi ci
A
sentiamo.
fitting starting point for those entering the structure, don't you think? Do you see them, Addie? Life in perfect stillness? The flowers defying the hoarfrost, as you have defied the emptiness of space to arrive here.
I guess.
Which one are you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best embodies your spirit?
Seriously?
It's important I know these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Go ahead, Addie. There are no wrong choices.
Choice. Bene. Salvo da qua. Mi raccomando ragazzi, like, iscrivetevi, fatemi sapere, porterò un altro episodio sicuramente e ci vediamo. Ciao ciao!